G'day guys, and welcome to another episode of the Big Lap Around Australia. And on this episode, we're tackling the famous Karijini National Park, one of the most beautiful spots that Western Australia has to offer, and I'm so excited. Now, two things, if you're wondering, one, about the beanie and the mustache. Well, one, it's bloody freezing. We've come from the heat and the humidity of the Kimberley and Northern Territory to this spot, and it's bloody windy and it's pretty cold compared to what we're used to. The mustache, it's Movember, so we're raising awareness for mental health and men's health in general. So yeah, get amongst it, guys. By the time you're watching this, probably it's long gone, but either way, I'm so excited. We spent our night here. This is a free camp called Albert Tognolini. I think that's how you pronounce it. Beautiful free camp, spent the night here. Awesome sunset with an incredible view, and it's just outside of Karijini National Park. So I'm so excited. We've already packed up. We're about to hit the road and head into Karijini National Park. So I'll see you there. We just pulled up at the park entrance station, and I love these places. As I keep saying, they've got heaps of information on these information boards here, as you can imagine. The best part, these things. We've been collecting them at every single national park that we visit. Wealth of information, as I keep saying, detailed map and all that. And it's a good little keepsake that you can keep with you after you lap around Australia. We're going to put ours in a little memory box. As for Karijini National Park, obviously there's fees that apply just to come in here as well as camp fees on top of that. Now, these are your day fees for your vehicle, but these don't apply to us because we, as I mentioned in the previous video, we invested in an annual parks pass, which saves us a bunch of money because we're doing a lot of national parks here in WA. We obviously paid for our camp fees inside here. You can do that online. Here there is a ticket machine, but it's broken at the moment, so I don't know, maybe by the time you come here it might be fixed, but either way, you can pay cash using this, and there's an honesty box here. So, pretty stoked. Stoked! Righto, first point of call. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it is now. We just went to the visitor center, had a good chat to the lady there, super helpful. And at the moment we are at Dale's Gorge, and we're just checking this place out. There is a couple of walking tracks that you can do here, 2 swimming holes. One of those is Fern pool, absolutely beautiful spot. I don't know if I'm keen to swim today. Oh, maybe we will. Look at that. I think I've just changed my mind. Righto, so we've just had a delicious lunch consisting of a couple of sandwiches made by my partner, of course. And yeah, we're on the Gorge Rim walk. Now this is a 2.4 kilometer walk. Fairly easy apparently. Gentle slopes is what it says in the handbook. See what happens up ahead, it should be easy. And yeah, they say it'll allow an hour and 45 minutes, but it's 1:25 now, so I reckon we'll be done pretty quick. We've got plenty of water on us, got a snake bite kit just in case, Ep8 in the bag. That's all we need for this walk. Robert Irwin, but that to me looks like dingo poo, which is bloody cool because if you guys watched the Fraser Island episode, you'd see how much I love dingoes, and I'm so excited that they inhabit this area as well. Another tip, I know I've said it on Fraser Island, but do not feed them, ever, under any circumstances. It's no good for them, they lose their hunting abilities, and they can become aggressive towards humans if they start relying on us as a food source. So I know how tempting it is, and start feeding them and whatnot, but just don't do it. You're not doing them any favors. The other thing I'm being really itching to see, which I've never seen in a while before, is a black-headed python. I haven't come across one yet, but fingers crossed I do on this trip. So I'll just show you guys real quick on the map. We've just done this walk here, the green one, and this one here will take you back down here. That's Dale's Gorge Trail. And you can take it by going down here. And it'll take you back towards Fern Pool in the car park and all that. We're not gonna do that one today, I don't think. I'm just gonna take it easy for the first day here. We'll circle back around, see if we can do this other part of the look. Go up to Circular Pool Lookout, have a look there, see what it looks like. That is cool. Put the hat on extra tight for this one. Now this is the Circular Pool Lookout, and holy crap, gee whiz, I'm definitely going to lose my hat at one point. Beautiful. Now unfortunately you can't actually get down there anymore. I think it was because of a rock fall or something that happened recently. Now I'm not really sure if you guys are going to be able to see this, but just over here to the right, it looks like a relatively recent rock slide that's happened. And there's all these fresh rocks down there that look like half the size of a house or something like that. Some of them are gigantic, and that might be the reason that they've closed it. So my sister and my brother-in-law came here a couple of years ago, and they told me how magnetic the dust was out here, and I thought they meant just the red dirt, because as you know, red dirt sticks to absolutely everything. But as you can see here, there's a big patch of this dark looking stuff. Got my pocket knife here with a little magnetic thing. If I just go like that, check that out. Iron ore. Didn't know they meant it was literally magnetic. Pretty cool. Righto, so we've just made our way back towards the car park after that short little hike. Took us about just on an hour, I think. So made pretty good time, and that's to stop and take everything in and shoot some stuff. So yeah, I think we're gonna jump in the car, bundy over to camp, set up, and kick back for a little bit. Pretty stoked. Stoked! So cool. Oh, scared the living daylights out of me. Just sitting here listening to a podcast, and I see this shadow coming up here, and this little tiny dingo, well not tiny, but adolescent dingo pops its head around the corner here. Oh, I'm so excited. Righto, so day number 2 in Karijini National Park. Fun fact about Karijini, I didn't even know this was a thing. Blue asbestos. There were signs up everywhere on the dirt road that we took in here, not to wind your windows down and not to stop, because there's asbestos in the dirt as well. So there you go. Never walk down a ladder facing forwards. Ladders 101. You turkey. That's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. I wonder what happens when this thing eventually falls. Obviously you shouldn't climb underneath it unless you want to have a rock shower. That is awesome. I've never seen anything like that unless it's in a cave. Oh my God, I was not expecting this.
I actually got lost. That's pretty cool.
So Fern Pool was unreal. I went in for a swim. The water was nice and chilly. Really, really good after a short little hike that we did in the sun. But big difference from the warm water that we were swimming in the Northern Territory and whatnot, where the water itself is about 28 degrees. Don't know what the temperature was here, but nice and chilly. The cool thing was you can actually swim across the waterfall and sit up inside of it and look out across the pool. So unreal. We're heading back to the car now. Might have some lunch and then go see the next spot. Can you guys see all the red dots on my hand? That's all the spin effects that I landed in the other day, and I'm still plucking it out. It is quite painful. But anyway, so this is Calamina?
Yep.
Calamina Gorge, our next spot for the day. Probably our last spot for the day, because this looks like a sensational spot to cool off. And we've got the whole place to ourselves. How good? Now, I don't know about you guys, but every time I come to a place like this, whether it be Lawn Hill, Kakadu National Park, Litchfield National Park, and now this, I always think to myself what it would have been like for the first human to ever come across this place. Like, just imagine, because right now you're in the middle of the desert, basically in the middle of nowhere, and then you come across this. It would have been an absolute oasis. I have thoroughly enjoyed my time here. We both have, actually. Honestly, I think I like this place better than Fern Pool, and that's probably because we've had the whole place to ourselves, and which makes it so much better. But either way, I think we're gonna have to head back to camp. It's getting late in the afternoon. We've spent a fair bit of time here. I really don't want to leave. All good things must come to an end. But anyway, we'll hit the road, head back to camp, and have another beautiful night here in Karijini. Oh, almost lost the GoPro. Oh. Now, for those of you who are wondering how I've been keeping my battery topped up on trips like this where we're not doing big days worth of driving, is this bad boy. And this is the 200 watt solar blanket. I've got the 25 amp DC-DC charger hooked up to the lithium in the back here. So all I've got to do is run it straight towards that, plug her in. It's pumping 7.5 amps in at the moment, which is pretty good. Here is, fold that one. See, there's the MPPT. It is filthy as well because I had it in the dirt yesterday. Yeah, that one, and that's all there is to it. Nice and small. Perfect for a trip like this where you're crammed in the back. So this is our campsite for the night. I didn't do too much of a walk around last night, but yeah, we're at the same place that we were. Cool thing about this, really, really affordable. It's only $12 per head per night. I think from memory, don't quote me on it, but still, even if it was $15 a head, I reckon it's worth it because those over there, the pit toilets, I don't know if you can see them, those just so happen to be the best pit toilets I've ever been in. Really well looked after. The parks and the whoever else runs this place do a really, really good job of maintaining the place. Anyway, I'm gonna set up, kick back and relax as per usual.